What does it mean for a religion to be considered crazy? This designation can have both formal and informal consequences for groups and their members. Organizations are denied charitable tax status. Members fear losing their job if their faith is discovered. My research looks at Mormons, modern witchcraft groups, and Scientologists as three groups which are variously labeled sects, cults, or just outright crazy. What can groups do to shed these labels? My project looks at the academic study of religion as one strategy which groups have sought as their pathway to legitimacy. Essentially, the more a group is discussed in academia, the greater the chances of it being seen as culturally valid. The more a group is seen as valid, the more it can reap the benefits of being considered one of the world's real religions. Mormons represent by far the most successful of these groups in terms of entering the academy. How does Mormonism go from being considered the scourge of a nation to the subject of a Tony Award-winning musical? In part due to their involvement in scholarship. Legitimacy in academia comes in the form of chairs in departments in Mormon studies, courses at universities, and academic associations. Modern witchcraft groups, such as Wiccans and Druids, have achieved a moderate level of success. Such groups have yet to make a serious dent in scholarship, but there are a handful of journals and conferences devoted to these groups. Wiccans might be discussed in courses such as religion and gender, but there are few, if any, chairs of pagan studies. Scientology represents by far the least successful of these groups and represents an informative case study for highlighting strategies which are not conducive to recognition. Leadership and members are very closed off about the group's beliefs, resulting in a near absence of serious discussion and scholarship. This has led to the group being viewed with suspicion by many, and is often deemed a crazy cult rather than a real religion. Understanding the strategies that groups employ and how or if they've been successful in moving to the mainstream can shed a light on the politics of academia. It can help scholars be more attuned to the way that groups are written about, and more importantly, how groups can perpetuate this writing. For example, when a chair of Mormon, or perhaps one day pagan studies is established, who provides the funding? Scholars must be critically self-aware of the subtle motivations behind and the ultimate implications of their writing when it comes to studying marginal groups. Thank you.